Now, dear children, tense of the verb. It is very important, and until and unless you learn this table, you cannot change from active to passive voice. It is very, very important for you. Dear children, the tense of the active voice remains the same in the passive construction. If the tense in active voice is present tense, when you change it into passive voice, it should remain same. Tense of the verb should be present only. You cannot change the tense of the verb from active to passive voice. It remains same. How it remains? What changes? Only the form of be and have verbs undergo a change. Only we use the be verbs and have verbs to make some changes. We do not change the tense of the verb, but we make slight changes according to the tense by using be type verbs and have type of verbs. In case of simple tenses, simple present and simple past, the auxiliary verb be is introduced along with the third form of the verb, that is the past participle form of the main verb. If sentence is in simple present tense or simple past tense, we use form of be verbs. What are they? Is, am, are, was, were, plus third form of the verb or the past participle form of the verb. In the case of the perfect and progressive or continuous tenses, the form of the auxiliary verbs have and be undergo changes. If your sentence, if your verb is in perfect tense or in continuous tense, we use form of have verbs and be verbs together. Let's see the form of verbs according to each tense. Now, I'm going to make two columns here. This indicates the tense and this one is structure. Tense and structure. If your sentence is simple present tense, if your sentence is in simple present tense, we use active voice. It is about active voice. Clear? And when we change it into passive voice, what we do? We use am, is or are plus third form of the verb. If verb is in simple present tense in active voice, and when we change it into passive voice, we use am, is, are according to the subject and third form of the verb. If it is in simple past tense, we use was or were plus third form of the verb. Got it? If it is in simple future tense, we use either will or shall plus be plus third form of the verb. Shall or will plus be plus third form of the verb. It is about the all simple tenses. Clear? Simple present, simple past and simple future. Now, let's see present continuous tense. If the sentence, active sentence is in present continuous tense, we use am, is or are plus being plus third form of the verb. Am, is, are plus being plus third form of the verb. And if it is in past continuous tense, we use was or were plus being plus third form of the verb. Dear children, you can note down this table with you. It is already given in your book also, and you can note down somewhere and learn it by heart. It is very, very important. Okay, it is about present continuous tense and it is about past continuous tense. Space is less on the board, so I am going to erase it. Okay, now see about present perfect. Present perfect tense, we use form of have verbs. Has or have plus been plus third form of the verb. Has or have plus been plus third form of the verb. And if the sentence is in past perfect tense, we use had plus been plus third form of the verb. Had plus been plus third form of the verb. And if it is in future perfect tense, we use will or shall plus have plus been plus third form of the verb. Clear? If it is in future perfect tense, we use will or shall plus have plus been plus third form of the verb. And note, the verbs in the future continuous and perfect continuous tenses cannot be changed into passive voice. I explained you simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense. Then we studied the form of verbs for present continuous tense and past continuous tense. And after that we started present perfect tense. Where is present future continuous tense? That we did not study because future continuous tense cannot be changed into passive voice. And then we studied about present perfect, past perfect and future perfect. And third, another category is present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous. These also cannot be changed into passive voice. So dear children, this table you should learn thoroughly. Now I will tell you the way we change from active to passive voice in detail. Now the table, you will be you are able to understand the tense. First of all, you should be able to find out what is the verb in a sentence. You should know what is the tense of the verb, because if you will not be knowing the tense of the verb, how can you use the form of be verbs for that, isn't it? So knowing the tense of the verb is very important. Okay, let's see some of the examples. For example, I write here Nidhi paints a picture. Now, first of all, we should know what is the subject. What is the subject? Nidhi is the subject. What is the verb? Paints is a verb. It is the subject. It is a verb. Paints is a verb, isn't it? Nidhi paints. First of all, you should see whether the subject is performing the action or not. Action of painting is performed by the subject Nidhi. So, as the subject performs the action, we say the verb is in active voice, isn't it? The verb is in active voice. Now we are learning how to change from active voice to passive voice. Here, Nidhi paints a picture. After that, we have to find out what is an object in the sentence. Nidhi paints what? A picture. It is an object. As it is an object, we say the verb is transitive verb. active voice transitive verb. And dear children, for changing from active to passive voice, which interchange the position of the object and the subject. Object takes the place of the subject and subject takes the place of the object. Always remember. So what is the subject here? Object is a picture. A picture becomes the subject in the passive voice. Clear? And now here paints is a verb in simple present tense. Simple present tense. As we have learned the table, according to the tense, we change the form of the verb in passive voice. In simple present tense, we use is, am, are plus third form of the verb, if you remember. So, a picture is singular subject, so singular verb will be suitable with it. That is. A picture is. Paint is a main verb. What is its third form? Paint, painted, painted. A picture is painted. A picture is painted by Nidhi. Subject is taking the place of object. By Nidhi. A picture is painted by Nidhi. Direct object of the verb in the active voice becomes the subject of the verb in the passive voice. Subject becomes the object of the prepositional phrase beginning with the preposition by. It becomes the prepositional phrase by Nidhi. So, dear children, sometimes the prepositional phrase can be omitted also in the sentences. We can, in some of the sentences, we can omit the prepositional phrase. So, I hope you understood how to change from active to passive voice. The object becomes the subject. Form of the verb is used according to the tense. Here we can see likewise the tense of the verb is not changed. This sentence is also in simple present tense and this sentence is also in simple present tense. And in passive voice, my dear children, the helping verb helps us to recognize the tense. The helping verb, this form, this structure helps us to recognize the tense. Now, if I just make some changes in this sentence, Nidhi painted a picture. Here the verb is painted and it is given in simple past tense. Rest of the rules will be followed the same rules will be followed. But according to the tense of the verb, we use the forms of the verb in the passive voice. Here Nidhi is the subject, painted is a verb in simple past tense, picture is an object. We know that object takes the place of the subject. So, a picture, here it is in simple past tense. So, what is the structure for simple past tense? That is was or were plus third form of the verb. So, according to the subject, we use here was. A picture was. Third form of the verb is painted. A picture was painted by Nidhi. Now, I hope you understood how to change the sentences from active voice to passive voice. Let's see one more example. Bidhan had addressed the question well. Bidhan had addressed the question well. Bidhan is the subject. Had addressed is the verb. And can you recognize it is in which tense? It is in past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. Bidhan had addressed what? The question is the object. Clear? So dear children, object will become the subject. Clear? The question. Now we have to see the tense is in the tense of the verb is past perfect tense. So what is the structure in passive voice? If the tense is in past perfect tense, we use had plus been plus third form of the verb or past participle form of the verb. Whether the subject is singular or plural, we use the helping verb had in perfect tense, in past perfect tense. Clear? So the question had been addressed. Had been addressed well. Now the subject will become the prepositional phrase. Well by Bidhan. Clear? So always remember, dear children, the object becomes the subject. Subject becomes the prepositional phrase, and the form of the verb in passive voice we change according to the tense. Tense remains same in active voice and in passive voice. Now the next topic is interrogative sentences. How to change interrogative sentences from active voice to passive voice. Interrogative sentences. Generally, the rule for the passive construction of interrogative sentences remains the same, though necessary changes take place in the structure of the verb. Generally, the rules are same for changing from active to passive voice. The structure is getting changed. Let's see through this example. Did Rishabh give up the job? Did Rishabh give up the job? Here, what is the subject? Is Rishabh. Did give is a verb in past tense, and did give up what? The job is the object. So, dear children, when we change this active sentence into action of giving up is performed by the subject here. So, it is in active voice. Clear? When we change from active to passive voice, it will remain question only. Question will remain question in passive voice also, and the tense will also remain the same. So, the did will be changed into was. In, did give is in the simple past tense, simple past, and dear children, in simple past we use was, isn't it? So did will be changed into was. Object will become the subject. Was the job. Was the job. Give is main verb. Its third form we have to use in the passive voice. Was the job given. Gave, given. Was the job given up? Was the job given up by? Subject will become the prepositional phrase by Rishabh. Question mark. Did you understand? Likewise, we change interrogative sentences from active voice to passive voice. Always, dear children, always remember, when we change from active voice to passive voice, the tense of the verb remains same. It is not getting changed. Clear? So, I hope you understood this, and a number of exercises are given in your book. You should try to solve by yourself, following the rules whatever you have studied. The most important thing is to learn this given table given on page number 101. This table is very, very important. Clear? You should know the structure of verb in the passive voice according to the tenses. Clear? I hope you understood this topic well, and revise it and learn this table thoroughly. Thank you.